What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Jessica of A Stronger You podcast, and I have a special guest today, Lauren Rosado.
It's me. Hi.
So we were talking before this, like, how are we going to start this? What are we going to talk about? And we really just both agreed that we're just going to flow with it. Me and Lauren have some amazing conversations together.
Oh, yeah.
And
They're realest of real conversations.
Very real. And what I love about you, Lauren, is you speak from your heart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Because you feel the love. Like when people speak from their heart, it goes into the heart.
Oh my God. I appreciate that so much. Yeah. I think, and I feel the same about you tenfold. I really do feel just talking from the heart is the best thing you can do in life, right? Just being genuine and saying how you feel.
I've tried to rehearse things and it just doesn't feel right. I'm like,
no,
it doesn't come out ever the way I want it to.
Like, I don't want to sound like a robot. No one's going to relate to that.
Exactly. So, okay, I want to start off by sharing with the peeps who are watching how we met.
Oh my God. Let's do it.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah, so I would say Jess and I have known each other since like high school era. So that is what, over like 11, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
I'm 29, you're 30 now.
Yeah, wow, that's a long time.
It's crazy. So just for reference, I went to a high school in Bergen County called Paramus Catholic. Shout out to the Paladins, class of 2012.
Did I tell you I was going to go?
No, you never told me that.
Yeah, so I actually went there and I was going to take the test and everything for cheerleading.
Oh my God, yeah. I was a cheerleader there at Paramus Catholic.
Yeah, they were like the best high school cheerleaders like in the nation.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Coach Kevin.
Yeah, Coach Kev.
Yeah, he was
Coach
our tumbling.
Messer.
He was our tumbling coach.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I decided to do all-star cheer instead of
All-stars.
Yeah.
Yep. And Jess and I met through good old Bergen County parties, for sure. Yeah.
We just so happened to be at the same place.
Same place, right time. But then we kind of lost touch. And I don't think it was intentional, obviously. Yeah. It just kind of happened.
And so here's the crazy part. We weren't even friends on Instagram.
We weren't. That's the craziest part.
Because you think like, when you rekindle with someone after years, like you find them on social media, right?
Yeah.
But this happened so organically. I work with Rumble Boxing. I knew a girl who used to work at Rumble in Hoboken. I went to go visit. She's like, oh, take so-and-so's class. So I went, I took the class. And literally, I had no idea she worked there. Yeah. And it was like after class, she's like, she comes up to me, Jessica Tellian.
Classic move of me too. I am the head of marketing and partnerships for Rumble Hoboken. But before I got this job promotion, which I'm so grateful for, I was actually working at the front desk just for fun as like a side job. Irina, my boss, who is my mentor, took a chance on me just because she knew of my abilities and obviously my career of always, working in marketing, working in sales, working with partners. And we just kind of sat down one day and she was like, hey, like, what's your next step? What do you want to do? And I was laid off. And I took that time, honestly, to just reset. Take the time for me to figure out what I want and don't want to do. But I always knew that I was above that job.
Hey guys, future Jess. So when Lauren says I knew that I was above that job, she was referring to the previous job that she had before Rumble where she got laid off. So she's not talking about Rumble, she's talking about the previous job. But keep listening because this all ties together at the end for context.
And I always knew that deep down inside, I was destined for more. Now, what's so insane to me, I took Rumble in the city years ago before the pandemic. And when I found out Rumble was coming to Hoboken, I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to take class. And one day I was walking with my friend Victoria and I was like, how about we go pop in there? When I walked in, I just felt like something was going to happen here.
Wow.
And it leads me to the factor that my current roommate, Chelsea, is one of my best friends.
Who's behind the camera right now?
Who is behind the camera taking some content. She was in that studio, and she was the person that walked me to the back.
Oh, so you guys didn't know each other?
So we didn't know each other. So we met that day I walked
Chelsea,
in.
come in the video.
Yes.
Say hi.
This is Chelsea.
Hey.
So it's the funniest thing. So I didn't know her. But
Wow.
I walked into Rumble, right? And like I said, I'm with
And wait one
Victoria.
second.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to kind of interrupt before
Yeah,
you keep
no,
going.
totally.
Like, it really sounds like you were just fully following your intuition
Yeah.
and what felt right in
Oh,
the
totally.
moment.
Totally. The moment I walked in, I felt something in my gut, and not even in a bad way. It was good energy.
Right.
So then I became a client and I started going to Rumble, obviously, in Hoboken. The previous GM, she offered me a front desk job. And I was like, why don't I just do a little something? And
And it's like you had no expectation.
I had zero expectations. Truly, I had no expectations. It wasn't like I'm going to work a front desk job and get another job at Rumble. I
And
wasn't thinking like that.
I know I want to talk about manifesting with you
Yeah.
after this part, but
Yeah.
that's a huge part of manifesting
Yeah.
is not being attached to the outcome at all.
No,
And
no,
so
no, no.
here Lauren is telling us how she manifested
Yeah.
her fucking dream job.
My dream job, truly. So fast forward, and now I'm the head of marketing and partnerships. And it's only the beginning. So
Yeah.
you want to talk about manifestation. I manifested that. Now I got to talk about something that you're probably going to get goosebumps about.
Oh my gosh.
Every 31st, every year, okay, December 31st, I write a letter to the new year, acting as if it has already happened.
Yeah.
Dear 2023, this year was so good to me. I made X, Y, and Z dollar. I have an amazing job. I have the best of friends. I traveled to X, Y, and Z places, okay? I manifested my dream apartment, and we're here right now on this couch. I manifested a head of marketing job, and I'm here now. Honestly, you know, I'm a person that believes in God. I come
Yeah.
from a family of God, right? I
Yeah.
believe in grace, and I believe in walk with grace, right?
Yeah.
So for me, yes, I definitely have manifested, but at the end of the day, I've always prayed to God for the things that
Yeah.
I have and
Yeah.
things that have left me.
Right. And showing that gratitude, grace, because
Yeah.
if you don't show gratitude in my opinion, if you don't show gratitude to the things that you are grateful for, life can
Yeah.
take them from you.
100%. You want to know something? Letting go of what no longer serves you, which we will get to that point,
Yes.
right?
I mean, just go
That
ahead.
is everything to me because
Yeah.
I've had the jobs, I've had the friendships, and I've had the relationships that have not worked out for me. And I'm going to tell you right now, they were all the biggest blessings
Yep.
because they were my roadblocks to where I am today.
I don't believe in any failures. I believe in anything that is a failure is really just a lesson because how are
Yeah.
you going to get to that next level if you don't go through it?
But,
And so like
yeah.
it was so interesting because when we rekindled very organically, when God
Yeah.
brought us together,
Yeah.
we were just talking and I'm like, holy shit, she knows. She's tapped in.
So tapped in.
Because, you know, when you get to when you become very aware of who you are and what you desire in life and the friendships you desire, you start to attract them, period.
Love that you said that because that's my biggest thing in life. You attract what you are.
At every stage of your life.
100%. And at every stage of your life. And sometimes even a crappy situation or a certain individual will do something to you that will hurt you deeply, right? Remember, you attract what you are.
Yeah. And I also believe, you know, you attract what you are, but you also attract past versions of you and future
that was
versions
my
of
point.
you.
That was exactly my point.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That you attract an old version of you that frankly has to go.
Yes.
You know?
It's a great reminder.
And sometimes people say, but why me? Why this? Because you were that at one point. And it's still embodied in your soul.
Right.
And it's got to go.
It's coming back to show you.
100%. And it tests you. It tests you to see if you're going to make that mistake again.
Yep.
It's a real thing.
Wow. Yeah, I was literally just talking about this yesterday. Let's say you're dating these guys, right? And they keep coming back and they keep having these characteristics that you aren't into, but you keep attracting that person. The reason why those characteristics keep coming back because you haven't learned that lesson of what it's showing you. And so a beautiful way to learn that is to reflect on any relationship that you have, whether it's with friends or if you're, you know, we're talking about the situation with dating. Like, okay, let's say his name was John, not talking to John anymore. Okay, what was he showing you? What was he teaching you?
Okay. That's weird because I have an ex named John. Oh my God.
It's
John
weird,
taught
but it
me a
makes
lot, and I'll
sense.
always be grateful for sure. I will always be grateful. He's married now.
Amazing. Both of my
Yeah.
exes are basically married. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's all good things. All good
Yeah, all
things.
good. Yeah.
All good.
I love that for them. I would love to hear from you, where in your life recently have you let go of something that doesn't serve you and it was challenging for you to let go of
Yeah.
it? Okay, now it's getting juicy.
It definitely is, because I'm definitely going through that right now. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Now, recently, I've gone through a situation, right, where someone's true colors definitely came out. And it's been a lot for me emotionally and mentally. But as time has gone on, right, and I'm sitting with my thoughts and my feelings, I have to tell myself and remind myself that that person is broken in their own way and they have unhealed trauma that has nothing to do with me.
Mm.
It's easier said than done though. So, and that could be, again, friendship, work colleague, relationship, those type of situations, right? You have to just get away from it.
What if
'Cause,
it's really hard for you to get away from?
yeah, it definitely is.
Because
It
we
is.
all have those things that's like, oh, but I fucking love him, or like, but I love that. Like, how do I let go of it?
It's kind of like always knowing at the end of the day what you deserve and what you don't deserve. And
Worthiness, yeah.
your worthiness, right? And I know
Yeah.
a lot of people struggle with that in life where they don't feel worthy of the relationships, the good friendships, the work relationships, the jobs even. At the end of the day, I've always kind of had this philosophy in life. Now, I don't know if this is narrow-minded or if anyone ever feels this way, but I came into this earth alone, right?
Facts. Yeah.
I didn't come out with anybody. So I know at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay.
Wait,
No
it's so
one
funny that you
needs
say that.
anybody.
Because I say this thing and you say it much nicer than the way I explain
Really?
it.
Because I feel like I come off very.
Do you want to know how I explain it? I like almost had to edit this out of a podcast because I wasn't sure if it was okay or not. But I mean, it's true. Like,
Yeah.
you're born alone and you die alone. Like, at the end of the day,
So no one really needs anybody. And
Yeah.
that could really be anything. Yes.
you have yourself.
You have yourself and you have your family and you have your best friends, but those are enhancements to your life, right?
Yes.
We all come in this world alone and we're going out alone.
Yeah.
No one needs anyone. So
And
yeah.
It's like you get to choose what type of enhancements do you want to bring in. Are you bringing in an enhancement, or are you bringing in someone who's draining your energy and taking things from you and not
Yeah.
pouring into your cup?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're choosing that. We can walk away. We have 2 feet.
Yeah.
We can walk away from things.
Yeah, we definitely can. But, I like how you brought that point. Is it hard? It's very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you feel at one point that you had a soul connection to this person, right? But at the same time, we're all going through things. You've gone through things, you're going through things. I'm going through things, I've gone through things. Chelsea's gone through things, right? None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. We have to tell ourselves and make a conscious effort every day. I know me personally, I try to make a conscious effort every day to be a good person and to be a kind person.
And what's your motto?
Do good, be good every day.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get into my motto?
Yeah, talk about
Okay.
it.
It's the best motto ever. So do good, be good. What that is to me is I wake up every day with a conscious effort to do good things for people and be just an overall good person. Now, I've made many mistakes in my life. There are some days where I may be channeling an energy that I shouldn't be channeling, right? Or I may take something out on a friend who didn't deserve it, right? That's something minor because I know that realistically, every other day, I'm still just trying to make that effort just to be a good person, to be a good daughter, to be a good friend, to be a good partner, a work colleague, and to be a good stranger. That's what people forget in life, that we're all going through things.
And you never know when that person needs that smile.
You don't know what someone's going through in
You
life.
do not know what someone's
You
going
don't.
through.
You really don't. So do good, be good is always going to be something I live by. It's very important to me. Just be a good person because you want to know something. The materialistic and external validation and presence means nothing. And I know I'm at a point in my life where I have the most genuine people because I'm a good person.
I love that you touched on that because I noticed there are some people that are like, oh, I'm so lucky I have such good friends. It's like, no, you're not lucky. Like, you deserve that.
Yeah.
You attracted that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason why you have good people in your life. You're not just lucky. You're meant to have all that in your life.
100%. Hey, listen, I've definitely weeded out the friendships I've outgrown and, you know, the relationships too. You know, my past relationships, you know, I wasn't always perfect, right? My partners at the time were going through things. I was going through things. I probably could have been a better partner in some areas, and so could they have been, right? But I'm grateful for all of them. My ex-boyfriends have shown me I'm not going to settle for just anybody. They were all blessings and lessons all put together because I know when I meet the right person, I'm going to tell myself it all made sense.
Do you regret anything in life?
It's a really good question.
And if everything is teaching you a lesson, is there anything that you actually regret in your life?
I would say that truthfully, there are certain things I definitely wish I could have done a little bit differently. I wish that during the time of my sister's passing, I told her that I loved her a little more. We were kind of we were sisters. We were fighting, right? It was just little things like that. I wish I did. I didn't get a chance to tell her that I loved her before she passed. I was away for a cheering competition. I was supposed to go to the hospital with my father when I got back from the trip. It was too late. So it was Thanksgiving. My sister got sick, just like really bad cough. She had this walking pneumonia that my sister just couldn't beat. Fast forward, she passed away a couple days later. It was Thanksgiving weekend. It was football, right? And I was cheering. And I knew my sister was sick. I was home for the holiday, but then I had to leave. And I'm thinking she's just in the hospital and she's going to beat this, right?
Right, because you never expect like someone at that age, like,
no,
or, you know,
no, you don't expect those things. And then the plan was my father was picking me up and we were going to go together to the hospital. That day never came. When I came back home, I knew something was off because there was 15 cars at my parents' house. I walk in, I have my cheer bag, I have all my things, and I see my whole family there. My mom sat me down and told me my sister Liza passed. No one prepares you for that.
Yeah.
Nobody. To circle back on the question, do I regret anything in life? I don't like to live my life with regrets because that's narrow-minded. Is there things that I wish I may have done a little bit differently? Like throw an I love you in, an extra one?
Yeah.
100%. I'd go back and do it.
So if you can learn anything from this, like you tell your loved ones that you love them because you
Always.
you really don't know. And you know what's interesting is we reconnected because I came back for my aunt's funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, very similar. Like it was very unexpected how she passed, and like yes, she was older.
Yeah.
But like she was still hip AF. Like she lives in the
Yeah.
Bronx. She always went out
We love
shopping with her
that.
friends. Like she was
We love it,
still
TT.
going. And so what's also amazing is the day of her passing was the first day I recorded my first episode for my podcast.
Oh my God.
And that day, like I just had this crazy like energy in me.
Yeah.
Like it was a good feeling.
Yeah.
And then that night I got the phone call that she passed, and I just wasn't expecting that.
Shakes you like no other. It does. But always be grateful for the good times. That's what I always tell myself too, especially around the holiday season. It's tough for me because, you know, I've got my sister's birthday on Halloween, right? Then it's Thanksgiving when we knew she got a little sick. And then it's the holidays for us.
Yeah, I feel like holidays can be very challenging for some people.
For sure.
You know, especially when it comes to whether you get along with your family or if there was a death in your family. The holidays could either be like your favorite thing or they could be your least favorite thing. Fortunately for me, it's my favorite thing. I love the holidays.
Don't get it twisted. Are you kidding? I'm obsessed with the
Right, no, but I'm saying like
no,
there are.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
But there are people out there who are like,
I know.
Oh, like I'm not gonna go to see my family's my mom's for Thanksgiving because you know we're not that close, and she's not making the food I like. Like someone told me that, and I'm like, what if it's her last Thanksgiving? Like, is it really because she's not making the food you like? Like
that sounds like someone to me who hasn't actually been through real life shit. Excuse my language. But that's okay. That's on that person. To go back on your point, right? Tell your loved ones that you love them. I had my ex-boyfriend. He didn't really have the family life I had. And he couldn't understand why I talked to my mom every day. And right then and there, it was like, I knew this is not my person, because my person would never have a problem with me talking to my mom every day.
Right. And there's
you
nothing
know?
wrong with like him for doing that. That's
Right.
just where he is in his path.
Exactly.
And
Nothing
like,
wrong.
Like everything that we've spoken about so far, like when people are on certain journeys, there's nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah.
just where they are. And, you know, they get to grow through some shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we were speaking about before we turned on the camera, like there are some people in life that they have some growing to do. And it doesn't make them a bad person
It
or
doesn't.
a wrong
It doesn't.
person,
It
right?
doesn't.
Because any hate that you put out there, you're actually putting it into yourself.
That's
And
very
that's
true.
one of the things that I fully stand by is like, I have no ounce of hate in my body. You know, even when someone
Yeah.
cuts me off.
Yeah.
How do you react when someone cuts you off on the road? Honestly.
Like, okay. Next question. Okay.
But like, this is totally random. I'm going off. But dude, the drivers in New Jersey,
It's brutal out here. It's definitely a little brutal.
I mean, like growing up, I learned like no one cuts me off. I speed up.
Brutal. All right,
like-
let me not make it seem like I haven't been that person before. I mean, let's
I'm
let's
like,
be real.
Think about it. You're actually like talking to another human. If you actually
Yeah.
think about the energy, you're like,
Yeah.
fucking bitch, cut me off. I hope
Yeah.
she like, do you really?
No, it's
But some people have road rage like
Yeah.
that. And think
Oh, yeah.
about like, you're actually speaking to another human like that.
Yeah.
Like, do you really wish that with that person?
Yeah.
Like, no, I want that person on my team because they have somewhere to be. And like, fuck yes.
Mhm.
No, that was so
100%.
random, but it just like
Yeah.
came to me earlier. I'm like, but I used to be like that
Oh
on
yeah.
the road for
So
sure.
have I. Come on.
Have you watched the movie The Secret?
I have not. Should I?
Yes.
Okay.
So you obviously know about the law of attraction.
Oh yeah.
It's all about the law of attraction. And there's a
Okay.
specific part in that it's not a movie, it's like a documentary.
Okay.
I think it's on Netflix. It was on Netflix. He speaks about like, you know, being in traffic,
Mm-hmm.
cursing people out, and then like more things keep happening
Mm-hmm.
that are bringing you down because you're allowing yourself to get into that energy.
Yeah.
And
wow.
it's all the
I
law
should
of
definitely
attraction.
watch.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, listening, or watching. And if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with a friend.
Bye guys.
Bye.